What's up, guys? We're here, War Season number 20, I think it is, and we've been stuck with 3 fiefdoms forever, and we are in a tough battle once again against Avengers Ultimate, Avengers Utimate. I think they forgot the L there. It's not Ultimates, it's Utimate. And we're here with our JW account. We're going to go and show off how we are attacking here. These guys are pretty tough, as you can see. I think their lowest guy is 2600. They've also shielded up a guy right here. So let's go take a look at what we can do. We are currently, I want to say 2500. Yeah, we're about 2600 trophies. So we're right there at the low end of these guys. And we're going to try and take down some bases. We've been pretty successful, in the last couple raids here. We may, if we want to try and get more skulls, have to use a scroll. And we talked about this a little bit yesterday. The Battlecry scroll is my favorite. So here, huge amount of skulls there, 708, 760. And they put elite boosted Paladins on and elite boosted cannons. So very, very deadly. So let's take a look at one of their highest guys here. So 774. Oops, we accidentally clicked. It's not good. I don't even know what troops we have on right now. So let's just go with this. And hopefully this works out. Alright, so we have cannons, pyromancers, and knights. Okay, so we're going to sit there and lots of gargoyles. So again, this would be a little bit easier if I actually looked at his base more thoroughly. When you're up against harder opponents, you can't really just kind of randomly run in there like this. You need to know what they're up against, what they've got in his waves. You need to make a little formal plan. So we are just on the fly here going. I found out that Pyromancers are actually very, very effective at this trophy range because a lot of people are utilizing Firebolt Towers. Pyromancers are very strong against them. They're resistant as well to the damage they deal out. So we're going to sit back here and shield these guys up. Scream, make us faster. Get over there, get that one firebolt. That's a great use of the gargoyles there. You can see it took out a whole big swarm of my knights. I come up here, Sonic Blast on that, spamming out a ton more knights. Oh, I should have waited just a second to let those guys blow up and then shield them right afterwards. So a little bit of a mistake there. I'm going to bring out a couple more Pyromancers. So we're doing well. We've got some progress in the base. We're coming up here next to the Skull Tower, so that way we can divert the bombs. So when you're next to the Skull Tower kind of start targeting you. Now it's just a rush against the clock here. Need a Sonic Blast in the corner to finish off that Firebolt Tower. Shield them up, bring out some more cannons. And at this point, really nothing else that we bring will be able to get into the fight. So we have 19 seconds. And here we're going to go and use a time warp because I don't think we have enough time to do this to beat the base here. So I'm going to utilize the time warp, which should give us enough time to finish off this base here. Yeah, just barely enough time right there. So overall, not too bad. We used one scroll. If we did this a little bit more tactical, probably wouldn't have had to use any scrolls at all. But still a very, very challenging base. Pyromancers are very important. It seems like in these bases when you're fighting against a lot of Firebolt Towers. When you're up against Gargoyles, you don't want to have that huge, massive Zerg of Knights because they get blown up really quick. So you could use Swordrain to deal with them, but I like my spell combination as is. So let's go do a different base and try not to misclick here and do a base we didn't really plan for. So 810. We're going to go down just a little bit because these are 3,100 trophies. Just going to go start going down this list to see if there's any other very high. So there's 786. Alright, so it looks like that 786 is the highest one that we can do. That is the lowest. So let's go try that one out and actually look at the base. Figure out the best attacking strategy, what we want to do. Alright, so 786 here. We are playing on the iPad, so you can see tons of Gargoyles, which means the Knights aren't going to be that effective. They're going to get blown up really quick. A couple Paladins. So Firebolts again, lots of Firebolts, which means we need a lot of Pyromancers. So it looks like we're going to bring out a couple of Knights and use them as diversions, and then bring out a ton of Pyromancers, because he's got Firebolts and he's got Arrow Towers, which are both weak to fire. Then he's got Mummies in his wave, and it looks like that's the way to go. So a lot of those, maybe we can go with Froster in here as well. So let's take out the cannon. Let's see, Froster at level 5, 600 HP. 600 HP. Alright, well, let's put the Archer in instead. So, Archer instead of Cannon for this one. We're going to use a lot of Pyromancers. We're going to bring out just a little bit of Knights. So, let's start out with, like, 3 or 4 Pyromancers. And then now we'll bring out Knights. So, the Pyromancers are a little bit slower. So, after the first wave here, that typically is a Gargoyle spawn. And you can see there's the Gargoyles right there. Typically, the first wave is a Gargoyle spawn. It was not in this case. And so that's why we had the Pyromancers and then just a few Knights sprinkled in there. And there's, you can see the Gargoyles coming in very nicely done in the 3rd or 4th wave, it looked like. Now, a lot more Pyromancers. We've got 1 Pyromancer over here, which is good, and then the rest are Knights. We need more Pyromancers. As you can see, we are oh shit. We are oh shit! And we are dead. Alright, so I think we can do this. Let's give it another shot here. We didn't resurrect because that's just a big waste. You never ever want to resurrect. Huge waste of gems. If anything, you want to use a scroll. So let's go back there and attack him again. You just got to be a little bit more careful with the hero's HP. But I think we can probably get through this base without scrolls. Alright. Round 2! The opening strategy was pretty good. We can bring out a lot more Knights since we know that he doesn't have Gargoyles in the beginning. We'll bring out a couple. So now we'll scream and bring them down here. And then we'll slowly start to bring out a couple Pyromancers now. And so this way we have more Knights up here, which are going to take down these towers at a quicker rate. Run away from the Gargoyle! So we did a little bit better. We need to keep our King HP up, so we're just going to sit here. We're going to spawn out a lot more Knights now. Now we're just going to kind of dance around the Ogre here. Oh, we got stuck by a Mummy and an Ogre. Not good. Finally taking down the Ogre. Oh, damn it. That Firebolt Tower touched us. That's bad. So now we're burning. We're just going to chill here for a little bit. Recall these guys back. Lots of Knights. Spam those Knights now. We had to regenerate some HP. Taking care of that. We want to get through this barricade. Ooh, very strong barricade. Oh, we're dead. That Snake Tower. So the barricade didn't go down. Very, very high level barricade. And that Snake Tower right here was still continuously hitting us because it now hits this whole area. So with that barrier not going down, we were unable to move over here and get out of the Snake Tower's poison way. So yeah, that's what killed us, is the Snake Tower and just that barricade being too high of a level for our spells. So it doesn't look like that we're actually going to be able to beat this base without scrolls. Let's try and go up a little bit higher, because if we know we can't beat this base without scrolls, that means all the other bases right around that same trophy range, we're probably not going to be able to beat without, without using scrolls. So this one is only worth 786. If we go up just a little bit higher to like a 3100 base, we can get around 800 skulls, and it's still going to cost us probably one scroll to do. So let's look for this 800. So here's what I'm talking about: 816. All mummies and paladins there, firebolt towers. So again, this one just looks like non-stop archers and pyromancers here for the win. And then it actually doesn't look like that good of a base layout. I think let's try beating this base just normally with just a shitload of, because he doesn't even have frosters in here. Like, this looks like a really piss poor base. The troops are very singular. It's only mummy and only paladin. Like, you need a variety. So now I know pretty much exactly what's coming out in every single wave. It's probably going to be mummies for the most part, and then, paladins here and there sprinkled in, a couple archers sprinkled in to finish it off. I really hate this. So let's go, and we can use cannons here because they're going to be very protective. There's not many choke points. We don't have to worry about gargoyles. So we may actually be able to beat this with no scrolls. So let's just spam a ton of knights. And then we'll bring out a Pyromancer just so we can get the shield spell off right away. Got all these guys there. Same, we're just going to constantly spam out knights. Bring out a couple Pyromancers. We are going to try to utilize the Scream when the mummy has stunned us. So we're going to hold our Scream for when the mummy stuns. Bring out more Pyromancers now, and we need to bring out some more archers, or knights. So mummy's stunned, so we Scream right away, get that off. Be able to hit all those. Just try and get the mummy over here. We killed him before he even screened. Perfect. Yeah, here, cannons, not even needed, it looks like. Cannons are kind of just a waste in this base layout. All we need is just archers and pyromancers here, and we'll be able to take this thing down. Got a bomb right there, so we'll go back there, kick the bomb. Oh, there's another bomb, so we'll go back there, kick that bomb. Alright, so that one, we're going to be past that bomb, and they're kind of shielded up. We don't have a Scream right now. Oh, wow, we're taking a significant amount of damage from the Paladins there. Almost died. So we're just going to sit back in our troop selection here. Just blend in. Use the Scream, get rid of that stun. We got some bombs there, so let's go back and kick those back. Got those. Alright, so we are just going to charge for the gates. Looks like we won't be able to get 100% because there's still an arrow tower on the left there. But we'll be able to get, 98%. No scrolls, which is great. And again, we are very, very low trophies comparatively speaking. 2,600 versus this 3,000 trophy player. So very, very weak base design. Ooh, we got some bread.